Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It would be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. So let's talk about Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 3, Episode 12. Why did they go in? Why did they show up to Karen's party and not go in? Like, if you're going to show up to Karen's party, go in. Don't let her get security. As soon as you run and you get in contact with Karen and you see her, address her. Tell her, hey, listen, I'm tired of you doing this. I'm tired of you doing that. How are you going to let Karen call security? Karen called security and getting Giselle and Robin out the building. It's so funny. She was like, get them out of here with that tacky blazer shit on, with her, that blazer she got on, with that Liberace blazer. I was like, yo, Karen, where you going? And Karen's like, I ain't got time for this. Oh no, that's why you got security. I was just like, yo, it was too much. So, and also now you find out that, you know, it seems like Michael doesn't really want to have kids with Ashley because he already has kids. I don't know if he doesn't really want to have kids with Ashley because he doesn't want to, you know, actually, you know, go through fatherhood again because he's already been there and start all over at his age. And then on top of that, but didn't he promise Ashley that he wanted to have children? That's one of the reasons why she married him, because he wanted to have children. Is it because of Ashley's mother and her upbringing is the reason why he doesn't want to have children with Ashley? But then why did you marry her if you felt like she was beneath her, she's no good and she can't be a good mother, she can't be a good this, because she's come from this background? But obviously there must be something good about her that you married her and you're staying with her. And also you signed a new prenup. It's like, damn, Ashley, you should have never signed a new prenup for 5 years, because you might have to leave, because he knows to push your button about children. But Ashley's gonna probably stay anyway, because where else is she gonna go? And then on top of that, does he not want to have children because she's actually black? Does he want to have African American children? And you know, sometimes people like Chris and, you know, Caucasian, especially in his family line and his bloodline, they don't like to mix. And then on top of that, his ex-wife, his children, they're probably like accepting of him dating Ashley, but not accepting if he has a child by her. You know what I mean? Because they're not really connected to Ashley. Their blood doesn't run through Ashley. Blood doesn't run through Chris' bloodline. I'm just assuming. I don't know why he don't want to have children with her, because he's too old. Or is it because she's biracial? I mean, or is it because she's black? There's a reason why he doesn't want to have children with her. And then why did he say he wanted to have children with her if he actually didn't want to have children with her? Now that's some bullshit. So now Ashley needs to be worrying about what's going on with her house and her home. Ashley talked to her uncle. Her uncle was telling her, hey, listen, you know, he wants you as a trophy wife. And I've been saying that he only married her because she's beautiful. He got him a nice, beautiful black woman. Look, you know, drop dead gorgeous, got everything. And she's young. She's easy to manipulate. You know, she doesn't really have structure. He can guide her. She's like his toy. And then we have, you know, Charisse now. It seems like Charisse is turning her back on Monique because she feels like Monique is trying to climb in society. But isn't that what everybody does in Potomac? Isn't that what all the ladies are doing? Isn't that why they're on the show? Because they are trying to climb the upscale ladder. They're trying to, you know, social climb. Like, come on, why are you going to try to throw Monique under the bus because she's trying to social climb? And you said yourself, Charisse, that you gave her the resources and the friends and everything. So what she's supposed to keep like a dialogue with these people now that, you know, Monique met these people that can do charity work and help her out and this and that, and you connected them. She don't supposed to just, you know, erase that, because you have to keep the line of communication open so you can network, so people can get to know you. So stop hating. But Charisse did have a point when she was just like, I don't know why she got so close to Kendall, knowing that Kendall is, you know, Sherman's ex, and that's, you know, and it'll be a problem with Giselle. And she thinks that's kind of shady. Of course, that was kind of shady or whatever, but she can choose to hang with anybody she wants to, because you guys really ain't her friends. And, you know, Monique has did some shit to make you not want to like her too, but you guys are going overboard with the drama, especially Robin and, you know, Giselle showing up to Karen's event because they want to crash her. They want to tell her, oh, you didn't come to my event. Like, who cares about your event, Robin? Your event wasn't about nothing. Like, yo, come on. Like, of course she's gonna go. You know, Karen's an older woman. She's gonna go to the red carpet. She does charity work. She's gonna do that. And on top of that, you know, Karen is still trying to throw jabs at, you know, Robin and Giselle from coming, you know, from talking shit about her, because, you know, Robin, you know, ran her mouth about Karen taxes when she was talking to her on the phone drunk. And then they showed up to her press conference with these hashtag stuff, this and her family talking about pay her taxes and just making fun of her too as well. And then on top of that, you know, Giselle retweeted about, you know, the comments about, you know, Karen. So, like, miss me with that bush. Are they really that serious that they're upset that Karen did not come to Robin's event? What was Karen going to do at Robin's event? She wasn't going to give Robin any money because Karen doesn't have any money. She's begging y'all for money. So, what was the need for her to be there? And then I'm just like, whatever. So, let's get to it. So, Karen and Giselle, they show up to, you know, the event. Everybody's there. The event looks nice. Karen gave a wonderful speech. She looked good. Her hair was nice. It was kind of like, you know, it was all right. Monique looked good. Candace looked good. You know, Robin looked very average. She looked like she was going to the movie theater. She looked like she was going for a walk in the park. Giselle looked like she could have been going to the mall. I don't know, like the blazer was nice, but the jeans that she had on was real tacky for her age. It was just tacky for her age, you know. And if that whole outfit was on somebody else, it would look different, but it just looked tacky. And Karen was like, "What are you?" She's in here with these raggedy ass jeans. I couldn't believe Karen said that. Get her out of here with these. They both show up with these raggedy ass jeans on. Karen is no joke. Well, it was funny. So, anyways, they're there and they want to confront Karen. They're trying to get Karen. Karen was like, "No, I don't want to talk. We can talk after dinner. We can talk after we eat." And they was like, "No, we want to talk right now." Karen was like, "I'm not talking to you." It was like, "No, we want to talk to you." Karen was like, "Security, security, security, security." She went and got a woman. Then a man came, security, and then they escorted them right out the building. Karen was not having it. She was not having her event being overshadowed by the two green-eyed ladies. And so then they go outside. Ashley, you know, Ashley nosy ass got to run outside. Like, Ashley, mind your business and focus on how you going to get out of that prenup and how you going to get pregnant by this dude. Because if he leaves you, like you said, in a couple episodes, you'll be dead broke. And, you know, you'll be suffering without his money. So you got to find some way to cipher it. So they go outside, and then Giselle's like, "Oh my God, you know, Karen is such a liar. She didn't even show up to Robbie's event. You know, she talking about she RSVP." She goes, oh, and then on top of that, she turned around, didn't go. That is so wrong. That's so low down. And she went to Monique's event. Like, yo, that's really an issue that Karen didn't show up at your event when you guys ain't really that cool. Not from what I see. You ain't really that cool for her. Like, so. But I think Giselle was really upset because, you know, Karen invited, you know, Kendall to her event. And that is the biggest problem because, you know, Giselle mentioned that she was like, and then she got this girl, Giselle, there. Her and Sherman been over for like 6 years and she's sitting there. Karen don't know that me and Sherman are broken up. So she's feeling a certain type of way that Karen is trying to overshadow, you know, her shade because, you know, Giselle was giving shade to Karen like for the first 3 or 4 episodes, and now Karen done picked up Kendall. So Kendall's around, and you know, Gazelle's calling her horse face, talking about she needs to eat hay. I was like, she's jealous. She don't like it. No, I wouldn't like it either. I'll be upset too because now you're going low. Now you're going low. Now you're going to get the X. Come on. So that's the situation. Then Robin was like, yeah, she didn't show up and she's so fake, she's so phony. Like, damn, she told you she wasn't coming. Even she told you she wasn't coming. It's not like she was a no-show. At least she told you she wasn't coming. And she chose, you know, Monique's event. Like, okay, big deal. Like, you wasn't there. Like, there's like what was Karen gonna do there? What was the need for Karen to be there? I just don't get it. So then moving on from that, you know, they end up turning the conversation around on Charisse. Like, Charisse, yeah, you went to Monique's event. That was messed up. You was wrong. And you chose a side into that. And Charisse was like, I didn't choose no side. What are you talking about? I went to Monique's event because she invited me a month earlier. And I already said I was already engaged to go. So I wasn't going to change my mind to go. And they was like, oh, Robin was like, oh, that's messed up. You know, we've been friends for a long time. And, you know, Charisse was just like, what are you talking about? Like, you know, only I would have went to your event. I didn't know if it was that important. I didn't know you built it from ground zero, but I was already invited to Monique's event, and that was it. So Charisse is arguing back and forth, and Charisse is like, I'm sick of this. I'm done. She got that tall, handsome man with her. Get your butt back inside. And so then Charisse says in her confessionals that Robin's usually a pretty calm, cool, collective, and forgiving person, but now that she's hanging around Giselle, she done dropped down to dropped the level to a 7. So, you know, Charisse is basically saying that, you know, Robin has dropped down, like, because Giselle likes to keep drama going on, and now that Robin is following behind her, she's dropping in levels, like, you know, she's becoming trash. And so now Giselle is pointing out that, Charisse is pointing out that Giselle starts the trouble when she wants to keep going. She's adding fuel to the fire, and she's using Robin to be her pit bull, Robin to get the situation popping. So Charisse keeps saying, I'm sorry I missed your event. I'm sorry I missed your event. That's it. You know, I'm sorry, whatever. So then she goes back inside, and then Monique is talking about the checks, you know, about, you know, writing the checks to Karen's event, talking about, like, you know, why are we making the checks out to Icon? You know, why we're not making out to the Alzheimer's Association or whatever. And so, you know, Michael and Ashley talking about, oh, I'm not writing the check. Michael's like, I'm not writing the check. It says Icon, like basically trying to say that Karen is conning and they're trying to get money. And Michael also said that Karen's trying to use this to fund her new mansion. That's throwing mad shade at Karen. But Karen ain't paying no attention to anybody disrespecting her or trying to act up. She wants the event to go well. She did it. She ignored people. I mean, Karen can put on that ignore like it ain't nobody's business. And so Larry was like, I don't want to write that check out. And so then now we move on to, we get to, what is her name? Giselle. She's at her house. She's getting ready for her event at the, you know, the caucus or whatever, the CB something caucus. And she has an exhibit. She has an intern, and she's going to try to get that together. And she's going to be at the front door. She's happy. Happens in Washington, D.C. It's a black organization to help black businesses get together and basically network. Something that Monique was doing with Charisse's friends. And so moving on from that, we get, you know, Ashley. She calls her uncle. She talks to uncle. He got cancer and all this other stuff. He lets her know that Michael don't want to have a baby with her. He ain't gonna have a baby with her. He's just using her because she's a trophy wife and she needs to get stepping. She needs to get to moving. And she's like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And he was like, yeah, I'm telling you the truth. He's full of shit when he's talking about that bullshit that he don't want to have a kid because he's afraid that you're gonna raise the kids like, you know, you was raised. If he's there, obviously he's gonna be helping you, especially if he has experience too as well. And she can take parenting classes. She can research. She can go online. She can do a lot of different things to be different than her mother. And of course she's going to be different than her mother because she has the finance. She has a stable home. Her mom didn't have finance in a stable place for her children, but Ashley already has a stable place and a stable home. And plus Michael said that he's the top and a Potomac or wherever the fuck he's at, that, you know, he's a top realtor and he got the award. So he's stable. His wife is stable because they're one. So why can't we have the baby? But I wouldn't want to have no baby by him. The baby the baby will come out looking like Scrooge. Burns, you know, Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. I think the baby come out looking like Mr. Burns. And so then now we get Robin, Ashley, and Giselle. They meet up and they're at the gym. They working out. And basically they're having a conversation talking about Karen being fake and all this other stuff. And they can't stand her. And then Charisse calls. And then they talk about Charisse, like, you know that, you know, we need to have a conversation because, you know, you messed up. And Charisse apologizes again. And Charisse continues to apologize to Robin. So the ladies are talking. And they're thinking and they're putting together a plan to say to Charisse that Monique is using Charisse for her connections in Potomac and she's trying to climb the social ladder. So Robin is going to meet up with Charisse to let her know that Monique is fake and all this other stuff and she's using her. And Karen meets up with, you know, Monique and Candace and Karen. They meet up. They doing a thing. Karen was like, you know what? They all lies. They always talking about lies. They always talking about this. They always talking about that. And she's just like, I don't care about the situation. I don't care what they say or whatever. And basically, it seems like there's a split. But, you know, Monique is really the split because Monique is not really getting along with, you know, Giselle and Robin. And then Monique also said that she felt like Ashley was trying to be so close to Giselle and Robin, and now it looks like it's kind of true. And Chris said, oh no, Ashley's not trying to do that, but it looks like it's true. Or it looks like, you know, Ashley's trying to keep the peace and be friends with everybody. And so Candace is just like, I don't know about the situation. She just feels like there's a lot of shade from the Green Eyed Girls, and she feels like Ashley's kind of shady too as well. So it seems like Candace is kind of like hooking up more with Karen and Monique, and Karen likes Monique and likes, you know, Karen likes Monique, and she likes Candace because they're young energy, young blood, and she said that they don't judge her for not having the money and having tax problems and things like that. But we'll see what happens with that situation. And so, you know, Gazelle, so then I think it was Robin was saying that Gazelle's not trying to face the fire of, you know, her breaking up with Sherman, and also facing that Kendall is around in the situation. You know, Kendall has kids by Sherman, so they're still in communication and still talking, even though it's been 6 years over. So if they've been over for 6 years, why is Kendall, like, why is she concerned about, you know, Giselle if she hasn't been with a man for 6 years? I guess Kendall, her feelings is that, you know, Giselle should have talked to her and, you know, told her that she was dating her ex-husband or whatever. But, you know, what's the difference? She dated him, it's over, it's done with. So they're done with that situation. I was just like, they're so catty. So we got Charisse and Robin meet up, and now Charisse agrees with, you know, Robin that, oh, Monique might be using me. I do have some questions about it, so I'm going to call her. I'm going to contact her, and I'm going to see what's going on. I'm going to see what's good with that situation whenever she wants to. And then Karen meets up with, you know, Ashley meets up with, you know, what's her name, Candace, and they meet up and they talk and they have a conversation. And, you know, Ashley's talking about the children situation and Mike not having children, and also Candace agrees with, you know, Ashley's uncle that he doesn't want to have children with her, and that's just what it is. He's just making up an excuse because he doesn't want to have children. And so I was just like, yo, Michael is like really shitting on Karen. I'm just like, damn. So anyways, now we get to this event. Everybody's there at the event at the Black Caucus in Washington, D.C., where, you know, it's the business, you know, exhibit where people hold businesses together, that African Americans who's doing good in the community. And actually, Giselle, she has the front door. As soon as you walk in, you can see her. So all the ladies are over there. All the ladies have arrived. So we have Monique and we have Karen. They arrive and they see the exhibit and they don't want to go over there because they don't want to face the tension. Because why would they want to go over there? They should have waited from afar, but they should have just went over there because it seems like they were scared. But the way that, you know, Robin and Karen came, Robin and, you know, Giselle came towards, you know, Karen at her event, her Alzheimer's event. It seems like, you know, it's an issue, it's a problem. So why be at this, you know, prestigious event and have arguments or whatever? So, you know, Karen and Monique kind of like chickened out and went around and walked around, and then they was leaving gonna say what's up to them. So they seen them, you know, Ashley being the shit starter that she is, she runs over there and talks to them. Then Robin runs over, and then Karen runs over, and they was like, oh, you didn't see us? It was like, no, we didn't see you. Of course, if they was lying, they did see them, but they didn't want to they didn't want to have any problems, they didn't want to have any drama, but they should have just went over there and stepped to him, said, hey, what's up, and then kept it moving. But they felt like it was going to be a situation. They felt like they was going to embarrass themselves. So whatever. They know this is Real Housewives of Potomac filming here. They already know these guys are an embarrassment to a certain extent. So they confront them. And so then Monique and, you know, Karen was like, we have an event to go to. We need to get ready. We got to go. Peace later. See ya. And so then that's when Robin's like, oh, you're going to run away. You're going to run away. You're going to run away. You liar. You liar. Like, that's some dumb shit. Like, if Karen was my mother, I would have beat the shit out of Robin. I'm trying to tell you. Because you're not going to be in public calling my mother a liar. And when you're a young woman, and this is an old lady, and Karen's not calling you names, she's not threatening you. You're being threatening towards her, and you're yelling, and you're trying to insist on a confrontation. Then also, the way that you have the umbrella at Monique's neck, that's some bullshit. Like, Robin, you'll be dragging through the mud. And so with that situation, I would be so upset. She's calling her lying. She's screaming at this, you know, prestigious event. So it makes sense that Monique and Karen didn't bother to say what's up to them, because this was gonna happen. Because she was gonna call her liar about the about not coming to Robin's event. So she was gonna call. So now she got a new term to call her liar now, because they said that they didn't see, Gazelle's booth. And so then Karen Karen was like, oh, she's calling me, she's chasing me, she's chasing a black woman out of this event. She's chasing a black woman after the Black Caucus. Oh my God, yelling at, screaming, calling me a liar. So Karen was throwing shade when she was saying, oh, this white, Karen was basically saying this white woman is threatening me and chasing me out of this event. And so they did ambush Karen and Monique and came up on them. They should have just went. It was going to be embarrassing. No matter what you say, it was going to be embarrassing. And Giselle was here for the bullshit. She was here for the yelling and the screaming or whatever was going to go down. No, the other side, Robin and Gazelle was trying to be ghetto all day, every day while they was there. They was going to call Karen and Monique out. It is what it is with that situation. Then Charisse shows up, and then Charisse is kind of like talking about, you know, Monique being fake and Monique using her contacts. And Candace is like, oh my God, I can't believe, you know, Charisse is talking about Monique like this. I thought they was tight. I thought they was cool. So, you know, Candace is like, yo, there's a lot of shady shit going on in this circle. And so then moving on from that, we have Candace. She goes home, and her and Chris is getting into an argument. He calls her spoiled because of this and that, holding her phone. And she calls him a bastard. She calls him a coward. She calls him, you know, a sperm donor. But anyways, they work it out and they getting back together. So it's much love to them. But she needs to really tone down that wedding. You know, all that money, $20,000 from her, $20,000 from her father, $100,000 from her mother. And, you know, they ain't even getting along. She better chill out. Peace. I'm out. One love.